My boyfriend's ex-wife abandoned him after he helped her get through cancer too, explore the world. But now that she's sick again, she wants him back and is threatening me. My boyfriend and I have been together for a bit less than a year. From the start he was open about how he was coming out of a long-term relationship with his ex-wife Lexi. They were college sweethearts, got married in their early 20s and were together for more than a decade. She was diagnosed with cancer at 31 and he stayed with her through years of treatment until she got better. He supported her and even emptied out his savings for her treatment. But soon after Lexi recovered, she divorced my boyfriend in the blink of an eye. She told him that after surviving cancer she wanted to truly experience life by traveling around the world, and wanted to do it by herself. This was 3 years ago. I know it sounds bad, but I always thought she was a beach for leaving her husband after he stood with her during the cancer. It is supposed to be, in sickness and in health, not just in sickness. Anyway, my boyfriend finally seemed to completely forget about Lexi a while ago, so I never expected her to come back into his life. A few weeks ago, Lexi came back to America and wanted to have dinner with us. She was overly nice with me and spent all night telling story after story about her trips. She claimed that she had seen everything the world had to offer and now was ready to return to a more normal life in America. She was obviously a charming person, but I couldn't avoid feeling that she came off as kind of false. This week, she called me and asked to see me privately. She told me to not tell my boyfriend about it, and I complied with the request since she sounded very serious about it. Little did I know, she was planning on showing her true colors sooner than I expected. She explained to me that the real reason why she returned to America was because her cancer came back. She told me that she is not going to go through treatment again, so she has limited time left to live. She said that I was lovely, and that she was really sorry about the timing, but she was going to get back together with my boyfriend because he was the love of her life. She added it would be better if I graciously left by myself to avoid any drama. I was taken aback by this, as you can imagine, and tried to argue, but she radically changed her tone and bluntly told me this was not up for debate. She said I had to break up with my boyfriend in the next week and be fully out of our apartment by the end of the month, or she was gonna do it for me. I am very conflicted about this. It is obvious that Lexi is acting kinda crazy, but in some way she does have a point in that it would be better if I just left to avoid the drama. Like, if she is determined to get him back, am I going to fight this terminally ill woman and keep her away from the love of her life in the limited time she has left? But I also really love my boyfriend and I don't want to leave him. If he was breaking up with me for this situation I would understand it, but Lexi is not even giving him the chance. I honestly think that Lexi is a beach. I know it is horrible to say this about someone with her condition, but it is what I feel. Update: I decided to talk to my boyfriend about what Lexi said. I asked him to listen quietly until I was done explaining, and I also told him that for a moment I did consider her suggestion. Bless my boyfriend, however, because he is an angel. The first thing he did was hug me and say he loves me. Then he told me his own story about how he felt after the divorce, something which he never told me before. When Lexi first got cancer, he was heartbroken and did everything he could to help her survive. He really wanted to get through it together since he believed they would spend the rest of their lives with each other. When she beat cancer, he was overjoyed and wanted to throw her the biggest party ever. But then she came forward with the divorce papers. He wanted to beg her to stay, but as soon as he heard her reasoning, he knew that he had just been taken advantage of. Once he signed those papers, he didn't want anything to do with her anymore. In fact,